And good day, everyone. Welcome into another edition of Sheriff Talk here on KWN. Hope you're having a great week, and we are delighted to have both our sheriffs in the studio with us today. Ray Cross from Dade County and Bo Burnett, Sheriff from Marion County. Good morning, Sheriffs.
Good to be here. I was late. I was putting my tomato plants out this morning. Well, teasing.
I was gonna say,
Oh, it makes you.
it makes you want to, don't
I
it?
know it. I've never seen trees put leaves on this early in the year. You know,
Well, we've had 80-degree days, and then Patrick just told us this morning next Tuesday and Wednesday will be at freezing or below.
Yeah.
well, March is usually a crazy month, and it wouldn't surprise me for this when we get through March, we could have a snow or something. You know, it's just it's a crazy month.
You know, we've had some of our biggest snows have been in March, obviously.
Hey, I was watching on the news the other day. Did you see that incident in Atlanta where they're trying to build that police thing? And what in the world is the country coming to? Did you see that?
That's ridiculous.
People just go down there and attack. Them guys all been.
But most of them are not even from Atlanta.
But what's the purpose? I don't understand. Just Atlanta was trying to build a training facility or something on that side, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're calling it Cop City. Atlanta is now Cop City because of the anti-law enforcement folks are protesting because they're building a training facility.
But they don't protest. They broke in and set equipment on fire and everything.
Yeah.
I was proud to say they arrested a bunch of them. Hopefully,
a
holding
lot
down
of
no
them, I
bond.
think 12 or 14 of them were arrested. 12 or 14 were arrested.
Yeah, but they showed pictures of them. And like Ray said, they weren't from the Georgia area. They were from
Two of them, I think.
Yeah.
And the bad part about it is, Sheriff, that a group came in and posted all their bonds.
Did they?
Yeah. I don't, what in the world is this world coming to other than an end?
Well, I think Ray and I both agree, hey, if you want to protest something, protest it. But don't destroy property.
Right.
Don't start fighting the officer. They were setting fires onto equipment and tearing up and throwing fireworks at the officers and stuff. And I seen them, boy, they had a wad of Georgia Highway Patrol there.
Yeah, they did. They got it calmed down pretty quick, I think. But still, they did a lot of damage before they did get them arrested and under control.
That's a coordinated thing. That's just not.
Of course it is. Yeah. These people, I think, were paid to come in there because, they're not going to come from all these other places and come to one city and do that without being compensated for it.
I know. That was the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Well, it's a sign of the times. It really is. It's really, really, like you said, you just don't know what to say.
I was watching a special on YouTube. I watch YouTube a lot, and they was talking about recruiting. Was it a city up in Washington? One of those real liberal cities. Mm-hmm. They're 300 officers down. They can't find nobody. And I seen where Walmart was closing stores down in one of those big towns in Washington or Oregon, one because the crime's so bad. Mm-hmm. Walmart was shutting 2 stores down. Now that shook the city commission up when Walmart started
losing revenue.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you start losing Walmart. Can you imagine this and down here? Because when Walmart comes in, look at all the stuff that comes around.
Right, exactly.
But there was 2 of them in Seattle. Is it? I guess Seattle, Washington, or one of those.
Yeah,
towns.
I think that Washington State was where they were leaving.
Yeah, they were because the police force was so low in officers and they just weren't responding, and they said there was 300 short.
Yeah, I think I seen where Oregon is trying to succeed
from the country.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's what I heard the other day. I don't know how true that is.
Oh my goodness!
But that's where Portland.
What are they going to do? Have their own army and their own.
I assume. Well, it's like Dade years ago succeeded.
I remember when they tried to succeed from Georgia.
Yeah.
One come to Tennessee. Yeah. We opened the doors up and said, "Come on," but it didn't happen. That's been what 30.
Oh, it's been. Was it?
I remember they were.
Was it in the 40s, Evan? 45 or so.
No, 1945 is when they. Now I think
Or is that when they?
what the sheriff's talking about,
Yeah.
there was another
Attempt to do
talk
that.
about it
Back in the
20, 30
80s?
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it was in the
Yeah.
80s.
They were, some officials here in Dade County were mad because they felt like Georgia was just kind of not paying any attention to them, and they wanted to come to Tennessee. But there was a little talk about it, then it died out and went away. So that would probably be I don't know how you'd even do something like that. Above my pay grade.
Above the pay grade. Sheriff Cross, let's talk a little bit about. I know earlier this week, and you can allude to it if you can. That you put out another warning about a scam that some folks were calling, saying they were with local law enforcement, wanting them to give them money.
What's funny about it, Evan, is they actually called my wife trying to raise money, and she said, well, she was trying to get me on a three-way call with them, and they hung up. And I tried to call them back, and of course, no answer. And of course, yeah, it's a scam. We don't solicit
No.
funds like that through the sheriff's office. So if you ever get a call like that, don't
Yeah,
disregard.
please don't fall to that.
Please don't give
The only police organization that I support is the Tennessee Sheriff Association,
Yeah.
and they send out these little card tags, and they have a select group that they send them to, and we have to sign a letter. We're endorsed it, but I've had problems with. I've had problems with other law enforcement agencies that were retired law enforcement agencies that were, kind of pressuring people. But on one I support Tennessee Sheriff Association, and then around October, November, we get a lot of money for our Christmas thing. But as far as if you get a call about some police organization, just
Yeah, so it's our Georgia Sheriff Association. They do the Georgia Youth Homes. So
Right.
they'll do that, or to join the Sheriff Association as an honorary member. So,
But mention that I had a call one time, same thing. Some Tennessee law enforcement agency, retirement agency, was raising funds, and then I said, when I started telling them who it was, started asking questions, that hung up on me, and I did the same thing you did. I tried to call them back, but never would answer.
yeah, if you ever get a call like that and you're suspicious of it, call us, and then we'll verify if it's true or not.
Yeah.
Which, usually they're not true.
Well, we had a scam probably 10, 12 years ago. It was unique that people were calling people and saying, and they're using one of my officers' name at the sheriff's department, saying, this is Officer so-and-so, Marion County Sheriff's Department. You've got the ticket and you're going to get arrested or whatever. If you'll send $150 to this ticket will, and they actually used my officer's name.
Yeah. I seen a guy a few years ago at one of the ball games, and he said, Sheriff, he said, we were talking, he said, I bought one of your counters yesterday. And I said, do what? He said, yeah, I bought one of your calendars with a credit card. And I said, we don't have a calendar. And he said, oh no. And I can't remember how much he gave. I think like $250 or something.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. And I said, I'm sorry, but we don't have a
I
calendar.
don't do calendars, do you?
No, I don't.
Well, the reason I don't do them, I try. You don't. They go around to business, solicit money for them,
Yeah.
sell ads, and then they'll say, "Hey, I'm doing this for Ray Cross, Dade County." And come find out, you know what you get? About 25 calendars, and they get $20,000 or
Yeah.
whatever.
The only time we call people and ask to donate something is for our fundraisers, which benefits
Right.
somebody.
And I do the Christmas thing. I send them
Yeah.
a letter.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
But
But other than that, we try
other than
not
that, me too. I don't. I get stuff in the mail every week. How you want to
Well, people
do
don't
a
want to
calendar.
get nickel and dime to death.
Yeah, I don't want. Business having it hard enough as it is without
Right.
asking for that. So
Well, I guess as long as
there's crooks in the world, they're going to come up with scams.
well,
and
we always say that's job security, don't we, Ray?
Yeah, we do.
You're listening to Sheriff Talk here on KWN. We've got Marion County Sheriff Bill Burnett, along with Dade County Sheriff Ray Cross, with us again this week. Sheriff Burnett, I
Yes.
noticed in one of the news stories that been out that you had arrested someone, John Caldwell from Whitwell, for vandalism, and that was connection to stealing fiber optics cables
Yes.
and stuff.
Yes, my officer pulled up on him, and he was in the back of his pickup truck cutting the wire. Had it already cut some, had it piled up in his truck, and we arrested him. Also, yesterday afternoon, I don't know if you noticed, about 4 o'clock, we had a shooting on off of Highway 41 is at the Marion Grundy County line. Two 17-year-old twin brothers actually got into it on the school bus. They went to Grundy County High School. They got off the school bus and went home, and one of the brothers went in, got a gun, come out in the driveway and shot his brother 3 times. Shot him twice in one leg and then once in the other leg. And the grandmother took the one boy that got shot, took him to Trace City, and they fought life, forced him out, and we arrested the brother. He shot him with a Colt 1911 45 caliber pistol.
Goodness.
But he's in custody of juvenile, and of course I can't release the name because they're juveniles. But I haven't got,
Did you survive? Because I know there's
Yeah, they
female
were both twins, 17-year-old,
Yeah.
and got into a verbal altercation on the school bus, and that's evidently when they got home, it escalated to the point that this one went in and got a gun, come out and shot him 3 times, and he survived. He's at Erlanger, and the other brother has been charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and he's in custody of juvenile court. I haven't got to do a full discussion with detectives because it happened late yesterday afternoon, but makes you wonder.
Well, 45 is a big gun to be
Yeah,
shot
it
with.
is. It is too. I guess if he shot him and sent him a mass like we say, he probably killed him.
Probably would have.
Well, and did you say that the one that got shot was in the hospital?
He's at Erlanger. I think they life forced him there somewhere out of Trace City.
And I also noticed that you're gonna be having an auction real soon.
I'm gonna have one March the 18th. I got 31. Well, I've got 31 cars, and the Drug Task Force has got 9. So we're gonna do 40 cars March the 18th, 9 o'clock Central Time. Come up and buy you a good car.
Sitting here thinking we might ought to go to that auction.
I've got 18 drug seized cars, and I got rest of them are old county cars, and there's a work van that the maintenance department had, and a couple ATVs, and ain't no telling what I might pile out there the day. I do my own auctions. I love to do auctions.
I thought that you had told us that before.
Barrett Jackson ain't got nothing on
There
me
you
when I get out there. Every now and then you get a little aggravated. You'll have 2 people wanting it, and they'll say 4,000, and then they'll say $4,010, and I'll say, I don't do 10. You're going to do at least 50, and then he'll say 4,050. And I've got this thing down. I've done about 12 of these now. We do it. We used to. We just did it, just signed in, and we did like that. Now we issue everybody a card with a number, and they had to hold their number up. And I have my girls in the front office come down on Saturday to handle all the paperwork, and they'll sign them in. That way, and I keep them out to, if you're gonna bid, you got to have a number. But I noticed we'll have probably 150 people there, but you'll end up with only maybe 8 or 10 that do bid, and the rest of them just won't watch. But,
Yeah.
but it's people like to see that stuff. I've got. As soon as I get this done, I've got to turn around and start work. I got about 50 cars out there I got to get rid of. They've been sitting there a long time, so I've got to clean. I've got 2 impound lots, and they're both full. So, March the 18th, 9 o'clock at the Lawson Building up above Marion County High School.
Well, and I guess cash or check.
Cash, I do take checks if you're in Marion County.
So Sarah Cross, you're gonna have to bring cash now.
Yeah.
I've never been written a bad check. I hope somebody wouldn't write Marion County Sheriff's Department a bad check, but
We do, when we have our fundraiser stuff, but we have a silent auction and live auction, what we do is we have card readers that hook to our cell phone, and it'll go to the credit card company, and because most people carry credit cards
That's
now,
true.
they swipe it. And
I don't know how I wouldn't have time to set that up. That's
Yeah.
a good idea for future.
it is, yeah.
Cause I was behind a little young guy in the store the other day. He looked to be about 16 or 17, and he bought something for 23 cents and pulled a credit card out.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, your transaction fee was probably $2.
That's right.
But that tickled me. It was 23 cents or 28 cents or something like that.
He went old on that deal.
Let me ask you. I'm looking at something here that we were sent. That you went to you toured Sheriff of Rehabilitation and Rehoming Facility for canines for law enforcement.
I did last Friday.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, how set is that? Is that on Whitwell Mountain? It's this guy is retired from Secret Service stuff, and he's him and his wife and other relatives. They've got a facility out there, and Congressman Desley was there. We didn't know if he was going to have it. It was right in the middle of that storm last Friday. Y'all having? We had probably at one point 100 trees blown down.
Yeah, we had several too.
Oh Lord, we was just. And I was sitting on Wilton Mountain that storm, and my vehicle shaking, and I called Desley's office, and I said, we got this meeting in about an hour. Is this storm? Is he going? She said, yeah, he's headed that way. And I said, well, if he can weather the storm, I guess I can. But anyhow, it quit raining, and we met out there. They got about 8 dogs now that are retired from ATF or Secret Service or police departments, and he tries to rehabilitate them. They're real. He's got them in different pens, and he's got a big exercise yard. He's trying to get some funding through the Congress because a lot of these dogs, I didn't know this, after they're retired or whatever, if they can't get somebody to take them, they euthanize them, and he doesn't want that, and I don't want that, so. Congressman Desley was there, and we spent about 2 hours out there and had a good time. And I hope he gets some funding because that's something. He's wanting to make that the world's biggest rehabilitation center for service dogs. He's got one from Chattanooga Police Department that, once it was too old to work, the guy that it was handling didn't want to take it home, and I didn't know that, I just thought they had a special place for these dogs. And he said that a lot of times if they can't find a home for them, they just euthanize them, put them down. And I thought, well, that's terrible, work them all that money you put in them, then just.
We might need to contact them. We got a dog that we just took out of service. It bit actually bit 2 of our officers. Very aggressive dog, and we just don't want to.
I don't think he takes in but about 10 or 12 a year.
Really?
Because he has them separated in different pens. That's the reason he's trying to see if Desley could help him get some kind of funding to help that. And
we just got donated a new black German Shepherd pup from the task force, so we trained it up for one of our.
Well, this organization, I think it's Heroes, but he donated money a couple years ago to buy the drug dog that we have on use now. So, but I hope he gets some funding for that. That's a good organization. That'd be great for Marion County because he said if he can get funding, it's going to be the world's biggest rehabilitation center for retired canine unit or dogs. So, hope he gets some funding for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, there needs to be. I mean, canine officers are an intricate part
Right.
of law enforcement now.
Well, see, I never thought anything about it. I just thought once they were, got too old to work that they had some place that they could let them retire and everything. But I didn't know a lot of times they're just euthanized, and then
I think we've had some of these where when they retire, doesn't the officer get an opportunity that's been handling them to
that's
adopt
what he said.
them?
But sometimes officers just don't want them, after that, just maybe can't handle them, whatever. And some of them are real aggressive because of the way they've been trained. We were walking around the pen. He's got pens probably the size of this office. And he's got it set up. He's got these little houses built so they can go in at night and sleep and stuff. And it's really a neat thing he's got laid out. But he's got 1,400 acres out there, and I think he's got I think he told me 170 set aside just for this. And he's wanting to build. They've got blueprints of what they want to build out there, and if they can get the funding, boys, it'd be something if they could get that. I hope they do, but.
Talking with Marion County Sheriff Bill Burnett, Dade County Sheriff Ray Cross here on Sheriff Talk with KWN. Sheriff is, of course, a little bit different type of schedule than we normally do, so we're wrapping things up to an end. We got plenty of time left, but I want to give you all an opportunity to talk about anything that may be coming up. And I know that Sheriff Cross, you've got your Citizens Academy coming up, so I guess we'll start with you.
We're on our second week of that. Last night was the second week, and boy, they were asking questions like last night. We couldn't even hardly do the thing for all the questions. It was great, and we're on road patrol this week, and next week we're going to be doing some live training with the citizens of Dade County, and we think we're going to go to the high school or the middle school and do some scenarios of pulling vehicles over and showing them how we handle traffic stops and vehicle searches and stuff like that. But I'll tell you, they're enjoying it. We got close to 30 in the class, and real good turnout, and everybody's very interested. It's supposed to be from 6:30 to 8:30. We didn't get out there after 9 last night, so they just kept asking questions. So we just kept going. So it's turned out real good. Evan, let me throw something at you real quick. We had a vehicle stolen out of Ider, I think a week before last. And we recovered. Well, we recovered the vehicle, but we also captured the suspect. Went to where we thought he was at, had a tip, pulled up, and he was sitting in the truck fixing to shoot up fentanyl.
Did he stole the truck?
Yeah. Well, the truck that he was in wasn't stolen, but the one he stole another one that we recovered before we got him. And so went up there, found out where he's at, and he's sitting in the truck. And our drug task force officers were in plain clothes. I guess they just thought it was some of their friends. Walked up and he's sitting there fixing to shoot up. And they arrested him. Recovered fentanyl and LSD. And then just the week before that, we were at the B-Mart on 301 North looking for him. And a car had backed in, very suspicious, went in there. And this guy come out, and I questioned him, asked him who he was, and he gave me a false name. And we were going to pat him down. We threw a bag of fentanyl. He had like 9 little baggies rolled up for resale, and he tried to run. We had to tase him and everything. Got him under arrest. So that's 2 big cases right there on fentanyl. That
Drug task force there in Squatchy County Sheriff's Department was on the news last week. They made an arrest with, I think he said 300 fentanyl pills. Mm-hmm. So it's out there. That fentanyl's out there.
Yeah.
It's out there. Ooh, scary.
Yeah, we having a lot of questions just came about fentanyl and drugs and stuff, and that's very informative class to let people know what's going on. But it's doing great, Evan, and we're probably going to have to move it. We've been doing 10 weeks. We're probably going to have to move it to 12 because we got so much. DeKalb County, Alabama is going to bring up a drone that they have and demonstrate it for them. It's nice. The monitor on that thing is, I think it's a 30-something inch monitor.
How many folks do you have in the class?
Close to 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal.
That's a good turnout.
Good turnout.
Sheriff, anything going on that's coming up other than the auction? Of course, we talked about that with all the cars. But
Well, we've got a new road commissioner in Marion County. Last county commission meeting Monday this week ago, yesterday, they appointed Corey Pickett, new road commissioner there in Marion County. He was appointed by the commission. That was on a Monday, and then Friday I think he got his first test because that's when they had all that storm with the trees down, and I think him and his crew was out till late. We had a lot of people that lost power. Did you have any people that lost
I
power?
think we had a few. I didn't hear how many, but
I was down at my chiropractor the other day. He lives in Chattanooga, and he said he didn't have power till the storm hit Friday afternoon. He didn't have power till late Sunday afternoon.
wow.
But nothing really coming on big. We're still making drug arrests every day, and things are rocking along pretty good.
Well, Sheriff, we certainly appreciate your time each and every week talking about law enforcement here on KWN's Sheriff Talk. Marion County Sheriff Bill Burnett and Dade County Sheriff Ray Cross getting together every week to talk about things that are happening in the tri-state area. Sheriffs, we thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good day.
Thank you.